Good day, everyone. My name is Joshua Hammock, and this is my presentation, Service Project Plan, dealing with aviation and community outreach with the military, with children with terminal diseases. And I've entitled this Children's Day Fly and Surprise. So here we go. So Fly and Surprise is something myself and a few friends of mine came up with to provide terminally ill children with a day to forget about their problems and just be kids. With the help of Delta Airlines, who was so kind enough to ask a few pilots to come and give a presentation on what they do on a daily basis, as well as Bert's Big Adventure. So Bert's Big Adventure is a nonprofit organization ran by Bert Weiss. He is a radio personality for the Bert Show in the morning. They provide 5 days, all-inclusive, to Walt Disney World to terminally ill children. The Fly and Surprise event will be held at Dobbins Air Reserve Base here in Atlanta, Georgia. It'll be July 4th, starting at 1300. There will be an airborne operation, a facility tour of the hangar. We haven't decided which one yet. And hopefully a C-17 flight and tour that is weather dependent. There will also be Marvel characters, two close friends of mine who will helping me run this thing. They're going to dress up as Captain Marvel and Spider-Man. Food and refreshments will be provided by us. Transportation will also be provided. And again, Delta Airlines and Bert's Big Adventure will assist as well. So our intentions with the Fly and Surprise Day at Dobbins Air Reserve Base is to brighten the lives of children suffering from these ailments and introducing them to aviation with some of the professionals around their communities. We also want to build lasting partner relationships with some of the local hospitals that house these children for future engagements. Also to give back to the community and raise awareness. So here are some of the participants and volunteers. We have Delta Airlines, of course, Bert's Big Adventure, which I mentioned in the previous slide. Craig and Heather, they are the couple that do the Marvel characters. Dobbins Air Reserve Emergency Medical Services, in case any of the children need medical services. Dobbins Air Reserve Flight Operations and the 982nd Combat Camera Airborne Unit are the ones who's doing the airborne operation on July 4th. All right, so I've broken this down into a timeline/action plan. So July 1st through 2nd, Heather and Craig, they will get their final preparations for their costumes. We will also create airborne operation jump manifest. That entails getting all the jumpers onto the manifest and handing those to the C-17 operators. Also getting the C-17 pilots availability. We'll pull weather forecasts for the day of operation, and we'll do this multiple times throughout the week prior to the operation. As you can see here, July 2nd, for the action plan, we will contact the hospitals and confirm the number of children in attendance. Confirm transportation as well, and order food from the local pizzeria. Haven't decided exactly which one that's going to be, and of course alternate food restrictions and diets for these children. And we're going to reconfirm pilots' availability and check weather once again. July 3rd, we will do the third weather check and reconfirm jump masters for the airborne operation. Jump masters are the ones who rig the airborne operators. Also, we're going to reconfirm transportation for the children, as well as security forces for the main gate for the time of children's arrival, so there's no discrepancies or hiccups upon them gaining access. The timeline for the day of the operation, July 4th, 0800, set up eating and rest areas for the children as well as their guests. 30 minutes after that, the Marvel characters Heather and Craig will arrive in costume. 0900 will conduct a final walkthrough of area and aircraft to be toured. Hopefully it's a C-17 and the pilots are available. 1000, alert main gate of children's arrival time. They should be arriving between 12:30 and 1300. Hey, as you can see from the previous slide, there was not a video of me, so I'm just going to go over that. We got 1000, the fourth weather check, 1100, the fifth weather check. We will have refreshments arriving approximately around 1200. Children and guests to arrive at 12:30, 13:30, safety brief, aircraft tour. That's going to entail, of course, the safety brief with the with the pilots. The 6th weather check at 14:30, and hopefully C-17 wheels up for the jumpers and the kids. The kids and the jumpers will be on the same flight. We can only take a handful of children up as we need the seats for the airborne operators. Let's go. Next slide. 15:30, jumpers, time on target. That means to vacate the C-17. 16:15, C-17 to land with the kids and the remaining jumpers. 16:30 is going to be children time, which is hanging out with the Marvel characters, answering any questions, and just hanging out with them. 17:30 will conclude the ceremony and then end all activities at 1800. So the contingency plan in any kind of operation is probably the most important part, especially dealing with aviation and parachuting. You got to deal with weather. You got to make sure everything's tip-top shape, especially dealing with children with these kinds of elements. So what we have here for the contingency plan is the aircraft to be toured will remain inside the hangar, so the weather won't be the factor on that particular thing. Airborne operations are dependent on ceilings. We're looking for at least 2,000-foot ceilings. They'll be jumping at 1,500 feet AGL, so we need 500 feet above that. No more than 9 knots of wind. We may be able to push it to 12. If flight and airborne operations operators cannot be achieved, 982nd Signal Company will give a parachute presentation. We will rig up the children to the best of their ability. Contingency plan continued. If these children start to begin to feel ill, we have separate rooms so they can gain their treatment from their medical providers. We also will have on-site medical professionals to provide them with medical treatment if need be. Pizza delivery, if they cannot gain access to the gate, then we'll send a runner to meet them. And that's the end of the contingency operations. My 5 leadership themes for this class was deliberative, responsibility, consistency, restorative, and achiever. I like to focus on responsibility and consistency. I feel that everyone has an inherent responsibility to make others feel as loved and appreciated as humanly possible. With that being said, we are all responsible for protecting our children, whether they belong to us or not. We must be consistent in our leadership attributes to teaching children the right way and how to interact with their fellow human. Our main purpose on this planet is fellowship through Christ, by treating our brothers and sisters with the same sense of purpose and respect and love that we all expect.